On July 10, 2018, after a disappearance at his own hand, Wally Cooper gained consciousness in a very strange land.
Your life will be worth living if you do your share. You'll find a thrill in giving that's beyond compare. An understanding touch, a sympathetic word can drive away those troubles like the song of a bird. You'll have your share.
Hey Wally, it's Lisa. I'm just sending you an article that I found. Did you know that Betty Boop was inspired by a black woman? Appropriation is so depressing.
You look stoned. You look stoned, but you haven't bought anything.
Your life will be worth living if you do your share. You'll find a thrill in giving that's beyond compare.
It said coffee shop outside.
It does.
A sympathetic word
Where's the coffee?
away those troubles like the song of a bird.
Where my coffee?
Have your share of sunshine if you do your share. Spread a little sunshine here and there.
Here in Europe too, but it's more systemic. You're American.
Wait, what do you mean here in Europe?
As in the Netherlands? You're in Amsterdam, brother.
Upon hearing Amsterdam, Wally felt a cold chill to the brim.
Where?
And even stranger is this stranger he's facing, who's trying to kill him.
Wally, run! Run, Wally! I pitched up from my sleep, screaming, "Run, Wally!" And then my TV alarm came on to the Cheers theme song. Don't you think that's strange?
Cheers. Theme song, Mrs. Jones.
Yeah, you know the sitcom? Making my way in the world today takes everything you got.
Right. So, why was that a strange coincidence?
The dream I had, Wally lost in Amsterdam, it was so real. Like, it wasn't just a dream, but like a memory. And I even remember the name of the coffee shop, Betty Boop Coffee Shop. It's like someone was trying to tell me something.
Someone like who? Like a godlike narrator?
But that's not what kept me up most of last night.
So, what kept you awake, Atlantis?
For the first time in a long time, I remembered the Wally tale.
The Wally tale?
Yeah, a folk tale. My granddad told it to us when we were kids. In fact, Dr. Allen, the Wally tale, ironically, is how my missing brother Wally got his name.
One of the most recognizable spots from space and time is this one. With its shallow seas, these islands, some believe, are the fragmented relics of a long-lost Eden, the idyllic home, the misplaced and wandering Atlantis. Such ancient myths inspired modern hotel resorts like this one. Over the bridge of the Atlantis Resort, you will find a little bar. Some locals and tourists and locals, they call it the Little Big Bar. Indeed, small in scope, but very large in heart. This is Wally's bar. He called it Shipwrecked. Strange, given the incident of July 10th, 2018, and Wally's disappearance.
But I didn't come here to talk about what I dreamed last night. I came here to talk about what I discovered at shipwreck this morning. I believe there's a missing piece to why Wally's missing.
Great. Before we talk about what you discovered, Atlas, do you mind if I call you Atlas like your family does?
Everyone does. When we were kids, Wally couldn't pronounce my name, so he called me Atlas for short. And that's where it all started.
So, are you named after the legend Atlantis?
Yeah, from Bimini Road. My mom was from Bimini.
Ah, I see. Looks like Bahamian folklore runs strong in your family. So, anybody named Babuki, Varavi, or Garland Bride? You know, one theory about Atlantis is that it's not that it's lost, it's that we're lost. And one reason we can't find it is because it's constantly moving through space and time. Adrift.
Adrift?
I wanted to backtrack on your dream of Wally in Amsterdam.
I know it's strange. I know I sound crazy. But it must be my brain's way of coping, right?
No, not crazy. I get lots of patients who cope with trauma in different ways. In fact, I had a patient this morning who came in who survived Hurricane Irma. He lost everything, and they still can't find his wife.
Wow, that's terrible. I am so sorry.
Besides, who says you're coping? The Wally tale you mentioned. What is that about?
It's about a man who's traveling.
Traveling. You mean like adrift?
Adrift. That word again. Well, Wally is a story of a man dying, stuck between life and death, and his spirit is traveling the world.
You mean like astral projection? Astral travel.
What's that?
It's a pseudoscientific term for traveling.
A science? Strange. I thought it was a folktale Granddad made up. In fact, he would always start with a rhyme. As he do with most folktales, he'd say, "Come one, come all. Do come out and play. Let's find where in the world is Wally today."
So, do you fear that evil is chasing Wally, and wherever his body is, it's either dying or dead? So, back to what you discovered at shipwreck this morning. Let's hear it.
Wally's Atlas. She returned to the bar that holds his memory, as she hoped to find clues and any missing piece to the puzzle of her brother's departure. Like the famous shipwreck art that Wally had engraved into the bar, or the artwork that he made to honor his girlfriend and co-owner of shipwreck, Lisa.
Lisa? Who's Lisa?
Lisa Rule. She owns the bar with Wally. She's his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend. I don't know. I can't really keep up.
So, was she at the bar there with you at shipwreck?
No, she was at the beach. And knowing her, she probably gone to drown her sorrows in liquor or something.
So, she adrift too?
Psh, her middle name could be Adrift. As hard as I tried, I couldn't even focus. I tried to be present, but my mind wouldn't let me. It keeps
Drifting. So, where did you go?
I escaped to one of the local beaches at Shipwreck. And I thought it strange that bodies travel here from all around the world to my home, paradise, just so they could feel at home for a few days or weeks. Yet, I live here, and there's no home to be found in my own body. I suppose the living travel as well as the dying.
Well, we're all dying and living at the same time, Atlas.
I want to live. I just want a break. Why do bad stuff keep happening to me? I go to church. I'm a good lawyer, environmental law, and I'm committed to saving the planet.
What bad things keep happening? Tell me something about Wally. Something that gives you joy.
Wally was my biggest cheerleader. He had the silliest sense of humor. He was also a trickster.
Trickster? How?
About 4 weeks ago, my husband Sam, he took me to Shipwreck for a surprise. Come to think of it, that day, 4 weeks ago, was the last time I saw Wally before he went missing. And boy, was I in for a surprise.
As a good woman, you don't even know. I know how to cook cereal. I know how to do what I gotta do in the bedroom. You know them moves. I got it like that.
I wake up every morning, see your face, and I say, mother flip, this nightmare real.
No,
That's you, because you ain't one
Wouldn't
here.
heaven's name possess you to bring me a Sam?
What? As opposed to what? Let my wife sit at home and sulk in the house? I want to see a smile on your face.
You couldn't think of a more appropriate play?
Mom, Wally Bar, just like that show you was watch late at night. What it called again? Cheers.
I just watched that show because it reminds me of mommy. A little nostalgia that's the hard good and the fake girl, you know.
Call your sweetie. Why you don't call her yet? Why she ain't here yet? Call your sweetie. Let her know use my phone. There you
Why
go.
you don't stop making noise?
No,
You call your man.
I can call him, but after you call
You
yours.
got a man. You tell me you ain't had none. Now you got one.
I can
You know the
have
switch
to.
quick.
I can have to
You
because
know
you
the
broke.
switch.
I
You bought-
have to.
Oh,
'cause
I
you
broke now, but I pay
Yeah.
for all these drinks. Don't put no more drink on.
Oh, shoot, let me hurry up, go get Leave him, no, shush. You can leave him right there, all right? He just say all this money he's spending in Wally Bar. Yeah, let him get some seats.
While nothing is quite what it seems on this, the last day Atlas saw Wally, one thing holds true, is this man. They call him Potcake. And if anyone would have greater insight to Wally's disappearance, it would be Potcake. You see, Potcake, like Wally, is one of the many dreams deferred in these islands. A failed artist, depending on who talked about him. But not to Wally. So much so that Wally had this board made on the wall. He did this to give Potcake an outlet, to be present and not dislodged, drinking himself completely to death.
See, look at that. In each other's company and online, www.typical.com. I swear I was born in the wrong time.
Nah, you ain't gonna get nothing. You can leave him right there on the floor.
Lord, the pastor see me in this den of sin.
Pastor? Pastor who? Dean? He's staying here.
Lies.
Ask Wally. He sit right over there and just drink, drink, drink. Why you think his sermon always slurring? Church, today we are reading from the book of Revelations, Revelations, chapter 3. Wider? Wider?
Speaking of, where is Wally?
Wally dreamed of two things: a music recording contract and travel. Since neither of these came to pass, he created Shipwreck, a place to call home and where the world would come to him.
Why are you staring at me? I bet Lisa didn't tell him my business. I bet if her and Wally to get married, she'd have been minding her own business.
Women have miscarriages every day, Atlantis.
I know.
You ready to talk about this?
Talk about what? What's left to talk about? Our baby dead. You know what? You stay. I go home to be without one living child. That was one of the most wonderful things I've ever experienced, Dr. Allen. They just broke out into singing.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?
All them nights when you got no light and the check was in the mail, and your little angel hang the cat up by its tail, and the third fiance didn't show.
Sometimes you want to go
where everybody knows your name.
They know me in here, you see.
And they're always glad you care. You wanna be where you can see the troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go
Everybody knows
your name.
With a little help from Sam, this whole singing mob was just like Wally. For Wally, like most characters central to the Caribbean folktale, is not short of trickster abilities.
To my baby sister Atlantis, you are daddy's wisdom and mommy's strength. And you know what? You my personal hero. I love you, Atlas. Forever. Cheers.
Cheers.
Pot Cake left a drawing of me and my unborn baby. And that was Wally's gift to me.
I am so sorry for the loss of your child. And what about this pot cake? Do you think he could be a clue as to where Wally is?
Well, Pot Cake went missing too. 3 days after Wally did. Wait a minute. There was a woman there. And I remember them saying that she was a guest of Wally or Potcake. Come to think of it, I recognize all the faces were there before. But hers was new. She had this wicked look about her, now that I remember. And she wasn't wearing no shoes. She was barefoot, just like the man in my dreams.
Atlas, where are you going? Atlantis.
Dr. Allen, she could be the missing piece to the puzzle.
Atlantis. I'm just happy that you came. Something tells me that you wouldn't have come if your husband didn't insist. You are a very intelligent woman, and I probably can't tell you what you don't already know. But as your psychologist, I can tell you that Wally is an ambiguous loss. So the psychology of hope is naturally activated. Look, I'm not like most shrinks. I'm more Carl Jung as opposed to Sigmund Freud, which means I believe in magic and miracles happen every day. You know, this place, these islands where we live, rich in magic. And the things that you think are strange, don't overlook them, because these strange things happen every day. Atlas, you still didn't tell me what you discovered this morning at Shipwrecked.
Oh, that? Nothing as important as this, Dr. Allen. You were a great help. Thank you so much.
Still traumatized and needing to rely on logic and not faith, what Atlantis neglected to tell her doctor, what she left hidden, was her discovery that morning. As Atlas prepared to leave Shipwreck that day, she spotted the strangest thing. The Potcake, who went missing shortly after Wally did. He left his final piece, not one map, but a collection of maps. An atlas. The map reminded her of her midnight dream, and as she read it again, she began to think it was Wally saying,
Atlas, find me.
And with every passing heartbeat, racing to be his last, Wally lies somewhere lost in the world.
Atlas.
These things, these mysteries that I speak to you, do they sound strange? I suppose strange is relative, my dear listeners. For these strange things occur every day.